Alright, yeah, today I'm doing the Magma Gauntlet, or at least half of it. I'm going to split it into two recordings, so two videos, just because it's kind of long. So I'm going to do Grunts 2 through 6 today. I already did Grunt 1 because I needed to get the Rock Smash Rock here for Graveler, which I got here. And I didn't record that, and that's okay. I just took my word for it that it went fine, I guess. I also didn't record I did not record Red 2 or really any of the split into this point, just because I didn't think it'd be very interesting. So I'm ready to do this fight here, run number 2. I haven't particularly thought about like this really at all. Not too hard anyways. So there's this Explode that leads. Brayllium just outspeeds this thing and one-shots it with Sky Uppercut. Brayllium's awesome. I love this Pokemon. It's been so clutch. Okay, so this is Marowak. Marowak has Aerial Ace, which is pretty annoying. But it's not really that big of a problem because I can just kind of pivot with Graveler and Gyarados. That can give him AP boosts, and I just kind of don't really care about that. This is baiting Earthquake now, and Gyarados just comes in for free on that. I can continually pivot this guy down. I don't have to go to like -6, that's not really necessary. I'll do like -4 or something. So he's at -1 at the moment. This will put him at -2. This Pokemon is not really a problem if you have a Battle Armor Pokemon. It has pretty good coverage with its moveset though. Okay. This puts him at -3. And we will go down one more attack stage before ultimately pivoting to Cloyster. And Cloyster against this thing for -4 is going to be baiting Ancient Powers. I'll just go to Graveler one more time, just because coming out on EQ is better, marginally. Yeah, Cloyster takes extremely little damage from this Pokemon. And will ultimately bait Vileplume. Kind of like Aurora Beam better. This could lower his attack. It didn't. Alright. Now this Vileplume is in. I'm gonna go to Gardevoir. This should be Giga Drain, I believe. Yeah. I'll just kill it. And the last Pokemon is this Altaria. It has several moves that are somewhat annoying. This could be, I think, Dragon Claw. It's not particularly scary. Gong takes very little damage from that and then just kills it. Yeah, that fight's pretty easy. The next fight is also really easy. to the point where I really only needed like 5 slots for it. I kind of debated like bringing a experience sync, but decided that's hubris. I don't really like bringing experience syncs to fights unless I like am super confident that they're just gonna not be a problem. Like if the trainer has like 3 Pokemon or something, like most of the ones I fought in the split have, then it's not really a problem to experience sync, but otherwise I'm just gonna bring backup just in case. Okay. Just looking at who I need for this fight. One second. Yeah, that app closed on me. Okay. Nice. Okay. So, yeah, I need Gyarados, I need Guard, I need Sharpedo, I need Swampert. It's probably the only Dugong we're gonna see this particular video. This Fortress, by the way, man, this is my first time playing the game with the Fortress. This thing is crazy. It just kills everything. It's so good. Alright, Cloyster. Back to the box for you. We're gonna bring last Pokemon's Omastar. I made notice some of the berries these guys need, like Guard needs a Chesto Berry. Also needs to be healed. Straight up. He's already got a Raspberry, and Omastar needs a Cherry Berry. Honestly, Fortress is kind of underleveled. I'll probably like pump his levels up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, let me up Omastar's levels. And we can go on with the fight. Or not Omastar, I meant Fortress. Explosion. Probably not, dude. I'm probably never gonna blow this thing up if I can avoid it. It's just really good. I'm alright. I got plenty of boom Pokemon. That could be a hard scale desperately later if I really need it, which I won't. Ideally. Okay, the next trainer leads with a Wobbuffet, which is pretty dang easy to beat. I just gotta lead Sharpedo and click Crunch twice. Okay, let's just do this. This fight is like so free. Do I need items? No, I got all the items I need. Okay. Good job, Sharpedo. Venusaur's in. We're gonna go to, I believe it's Gardevoir. I think I can just go straight Gardevoir here. I'm gonna double check. So this should be guaranteed Giga Drain. Guard should be able to just come in one shot. Yeah. This thing has Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, EQ, and Sleep Powder. I wore a Chesto Berry, even though I probably didn't need to. Just because it has Sleep Powder. So, you can never be too careful, even though it's impossible to put Sleep Powder there. This Gardevoir is really kicking butt, man. I'll tell you. Okay, this thing is pretty annoying. It has a Quick Claw. The way that I want to deal with it... So right now this is EQ. I'm going to go to Gyarados to get Intimidate off. Just because it'll make my life a little bit easier with the Pokemon that deals with this, which is Swampert. So at the moment, from -1, this thing wants to click Rock Slide. So I'll just go into Swampert. Swampert can pretty risklessly deal with this. It kind of just walls it. Because Swampert's a boss. Just look at this guy, man. He's awesome. No Quick Claw, so this guy's toast. And then just this Dodrio last, and Dodrio can't do jack shit to Omastar. I don't think it can do jack shit to Swampert either, to be fair. No, it really can't. This could be Body Slam, so I have a Cherry Berry on Omastar for that particular reason. Yeah, and Ice Beam just one-taps this. Okay. This fight is very easy. Okay, grunt number 4. This one is really annoying. I do not like this Ninjask whatsoever. I always need to get creative with it whenever I think about this fight. I don't like that. Still bringing Gyarados, still bringing Pert, still bringing Omastar. I'm bringing Charizard over Fortress. And I gotta bring Cloyster over Guard. That seems right. Yeah. So to prep, Tenta's at 39. I need to push Charizard to 40. Everybody else is fine at their current levels. Yeah, this fight is a pain. I don't have any other words for it. It's annoying. I'll get into why during the fight. But there's some pretty strange AI stuff that goes on. It's not that strange, actually. It's just... I'd say probably unique-ish. In that this is probably one of the hardest fights in the game to play around Switch AI. In my opinion, just off the top of my head. Somebody who knows the game better might say otherwise, but... Anyway. Alright, I don't think berries particularly matter on this fight. I don't have any written down. I'll double check that before, just to be sure. But it seems okay. I don't recall any statuses that really matter. The idea is that we're trying to get manufacture situation where Charizard can kill 2 Pokemon in a row. That's why the levels kind of mattered on him. Everything else that takes place before that is kind of just irrelevant. And I do have some backup scenarios that could get a little scary, but we're gonna be fine overall, I think. So I'm just gonna double check my line real quick. Get all my Pokemon into the team here. So Tenta, Gira, Hurt, Omastar, Zard, and was it Cloyster that I brought? Yeah. Okay. Just double checking some stuff real quick. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good. There aren't really like statuses to be overly concerned with in this fight. There's one Pokemon in this fight that's just particularly annoying. I'll get into that later. It's not this one. This one is just going to get one shot by Tentacruel. Specifically, I wanted to use Tentacruel because it's one of the few Pokemon on this team that outspeeds this, one-shots it, and baits Torkoal, which I wanted to do for reasons that'll be shown later. So now I go to, this is Earthquake, for sure. I'm going to go to Gyarados. This doesn't intimidate the Torkoal because it's White Smoke, and that's kind of fine. I'm mostly just getting a better switch for Swampert. Yeah. These guys are like best buddies right now. Yeah, Rock Slide doesn't do anything. So I could, like, you know, Muddy Water or Mud Shot this thing, right? That would make sense, but actually neither of these moves can even do anything. I'm debating whether I... Does Rock Slide two-shot? No. Okay. If it did, I'd probably consider it, but I'm just gonna Muddy Water. So this thing has a Quick Claw and it just outsped me. This recoil might cause me to kill if I hit a high roll. Yeah, nice. Right on, man. Okay, so this Ninjask, right? This thing is a huge pain in the ass, and that's all there is to it. It's so annoying. It doesn't see a kill right now. Its learn set, its move set, is Signal Beam, Steel Wing, Air Slash, and Substitute. And this fight is where like the Switch AI in this game comes into effect. So the way it works is you can proc a switch mid-turn if your Pokemon moves second on a turn. So it's not based on speed, it's based on whether you move second in a turn. Because this Ninjask outspeeds every single Pokemon in my box, I will always be moving second unless I use priority moves. It can click Air Slash or Substitute here, because it doesn't see a kill. So I'm going to go to Gyarados just to get it intimidated, like immediately. I'm just going to try to cut its attack. Because if it substitutes, then I will no longer be able to intimidate it until I break the sub. That's fine. Yep. And so it's going to get speed boosts perennially. What I really just don't want to happen is for this thing to like end up getting switching out effectively. So I can stay in here because this thing is -1. It can click Air Slash or Substitute. I could click Waterfall, which would not proc a mid-turn switch. The way that I didn't really finish explaining the mid-turn switch AI. So if I move second this turn, and I click a move with Gyarados, say, for example, Rock Smash? No. Dragon Rage. So Dragon Rage is a Dragon-type move. So if I click a Dragon-type move into Ninjask and I move second, next turn, it could switch to a Pokemon that resists Dragon Rage and has a super effective move that can Gyarados. And the Pokemon that meets that criteria is Metang, and that has Explosion. I don't want that to happen, so I'm not going to click Dragon Rage. The only move that I could really click here with him, I could click Rock Smash, which would be stupid, or I could click Waterfall. And that would not proc a mid-turn switch. So I'll do that for now. He can flinch me and stuff, he can set up a substitute, that's totally fine. So that was 50-50. At this point, he's less likely to click substitute because he's at lower HP. He will recover some with leftovers, that's perfectly fine. He's more likely to click Air Slash now. I might just go to Omastar, who's like kind of the other Pokemon that I brought who deals with this. I think I'm going to do that, honestly, because he's more likely to click Air Slash here than he is to substitute. Yeah, see? I kind of predicted that. I actually don't want to kill this thing with Omastar, by the way. Like that's an important thing. I want to set it up so that Charizard can actually kill this thing with the move Quick Attack, because that's a priority move. So Bubble Beam crit would kill this. I'm gonna click Seismic Toss. Okay, I actually realized I should have given this a Person Berry. Yeah, I didn't do that. That's very annoying. Okay, but not really a big deal at all because I can once again just switch out and go back to Gyarados. I'll get Intimidate off, it'll be doing less damage. It'll really be totally fine. I'm just going to be extremely patient here. Okay, you can get the Substitute off, that's fine. I'll break the Substitute with Waterfall. Hopefully not get flinched. I gotta be a little careful of Gyarados HP in general. Okay. I'm just being extremely patient. Like, that's really all I can do. It's, again, less likely to substitute. Substitute especially odds based on your HP. This is going to do very little damage to Amistar. Yep, very little. I'm going to click Seismic Toss. Please don't confuse me. Okay. Now if I can get another Seismic Toss off, that would be huge. Because then that puts him in a really good HP range. Okay, got confused. It's okay. Yeah. Alright. This is great position. Because this guy's at really low HP. Yeah, I meant to give Charizard a Person Berry, but it's really not a huge deal if it doesn't work out. This guy can't substitute anymore, so he's going to click Signal Beam. Which is the highest damage move. If this confuses me, I just gonna switch out, yeah. Now I'm no longer dead to Air Slash crit. I can Quick Attack it. This might kill. Nice. So all of that was just to set up this situation where I can just Fire Punch this Metang right in the face before he ever gets to move. He dies. And we bait Golem. This Pokemon can normally explode, but it's the last Pokemon, so it can't because it has viable moves to click otherwise. So it's going to click Ancient Power here, which just doesn't matter. I'm going to go to Swampert, and Swampert's just going to eat that. And what I'm going to do is just kind of like pivot between Swampert and Gyarados until... Well, hold on. Swampert actually doesn't bait. It might bait Double Edge. No, it always baits EQ. Good, okay, that's nice. I guess I checked that before I did this. I kind of realized that while I was talking there. I was like, oh, that could be bad. Okay, so for -1, it looks like Swampert continues to bait. Continues to bait Earthquake from -1, so we can continue to pivot this thing a little bit more. The reason I'm pivoting it is because I want to eventually go to Cloyster to deal with it. This thing does still have a Quick Claw, which is pretty annoying. Like you could get like Quick Claw crit or something. I'd rather that not happen. If it gets an Ancient Power boost, that's also kind of fine because it's not -2 attack, so it really doesn't matter. -2 attack, I still don't ever get Double Edged on Swampert, so I'm just gonna keep doing this. Yeah. Ancient Power. Fine. Yeah, he's at -1 at the moment. He does have more bulk. That's kind of annoying, but not really a big deal. He's fast, I guess. He's back to -2. Okay, I'm just still not gonna bait anything besides EQ here. This will put him at -3, where he can actually potentially click Double Edge. So we're gonna not do. let that happen. I think I'm just gonna double check. There's no way that I'm dead to like Ancient Power crit, right? On Swampert. No. So I get to go to Swampert, and then I'll switch to Cloyster after this. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to Cloyster. Who is battle? Or shell armor? He has a shell. So, yeah, this guy's -3. He's not doing shit to me. I'll just Bubble Beam him. Yeah, so that was very carefully handled, but maybe too carefully. I don't know, I don't think you can be too careful in that fight. I hate that fight. So, okay. Next one. This one's also pretty fucking annoying. But I have some really good Pokemon for it, thankfully. So it's going to be pretty easy. This fight has a Zangoose that has Swords Dance, which is like pretty much the whole fight is just playing around that, more or less. Yep. So I'll put Tenta back for now. Kind of sad this Tentacruel like really sucks. Like both these Pokemon have terrible IVs and natures, and that's pretty sad because they're important Pokemon. But whatever. I'm gonna grab Gardevoir. I decided to bring Gear out of this. Yeah. I don't need Cloyster. I do need Fortress. Definitely don't need Zard anymore. He did good in that fight though. That was great. I'll bring Graveler. And then the last Pokemon is Breloom. Breloom is kind of like an emergency button in this fight because he has Mach Punch, which could be real. Although I don't know, maybe that's not the best emergency button, but whatever. I'm also bringing Piloswine, who's kind of a sick lead on this fight, because he is going to kill 2 Pokemon in a row, which is awesome. I want to get Fortress to 40 there. Gyarados and Graveler and Breloom are pretty much all here as just backup. Like, the only Pokemon that are actually doing anything on this fight, ideally, are just Piloswine, Gardevoir, and Fortress. I am going to set Piloswine's HP to 47. And I think we're ready to roll with that, assuming that he doesn't have a... Yeah, Prism's fine. He's going to outspeed in 2-shot, or he's going to outspeed in 1-shot 2 Pokemon in this fight. He's just fast enough, even though he's kind of a slowish Piloswine. He's just fast enough to just take 2 right off the rip, which is awesome. Just checking for Quick Claws real quick. I don't see any abilities that could fuck me up either. This fight just makes me nervous. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's scary. I'm pre-damaging Piloswine to be dead to Mach Punch, specifically. I will also be dead to other moves, but the AI should choose to pick Mach Punch over any of those moves and click it into Gardevoir. If it doesn't do that, it really doesn't even matter at all. Gardevoir just walls this thing. I just kind of did that for no reason almost, I guess. I will give Gardevoir a Chesto. I think it might already have one, even though Breloom should like never ever click Spore. It just gives me peace of mind. And then Fortress definitely just gets an Oran. I don't know what it's holding at the moment. Okay. Because it's really only dealing with Zangoose in this fight. And that's really its only job. And 2 flash cannons kill. Okay, great. Yeah, this guy's given me headaches in the past. It's kind of a complicated fight sometimes, but not in this case. So we're just gonna Ice Beam this guy. This thing is a little annoying sometimes, but not for Piloswine. This guy's cracked. It's kind of a crazy cry from Shelgon. Alright, it's Braylon. This should be Mach Punch. Because if a priority move sees a kill, it gains +2. Putting it at +6. Oh, what would be crazy is if I Effect Sport him here. It'd be funny. Oh well. Okay. So now we're baiting Zangoose. So I could have like done some stuff with Gardevoir where I like pre-damaged it. I don't really want to, because I don't know, I just didn't. So what's happening now is this is either clicking Crush Claw, which it's kind of rarely doing, or it could click Swords Dance, which it's really like a lot more likely to click. I'm just gonna go straight to Fortress. Fortress is always safe here, no matter what this thing does. It could Crush Claw me and Defense Drop me. It didn't. That's fine. We're gonna Flash Cannon it. It's Swords Danced again. It's now game over, dude. Yeah, a +4 Crush Claw does not kill me. Or a +4 Brick Break. Yeah. Nope. Not with Battle Armor, dude. That's why Fortress is so cracked. And there's one more fight. I don't particularly like this fight either. It's pretty annoying. I keep saying that about all these fights. I just don't like this like 4 through 6 area in general. I've lost Pokemon. When I was pretty new to this split, I would lose Pokemon to Grunt 6 occasionally, and that would always piss me off. Because it's not the hardest grunt. It's absolutely not. It's actually pretty easy. But I've still done it. So, okay. Piloswine's going back for this fight for sure. So I'll put him back. Omastar is coming out. Graveler is going back. I'm gonna bring out Illumise. Pretty excited to see this guy get some action. I'm gonna keep Breloom. And I need Sharpedo. Don't need Gardevoir. Yeah. So this is gonna be kind of interesting. I'm gonna lead Tenta once again. First of all, I'm gonna heal my Pokemon. This is also the last fight of the video, but I will be picking up with a part 2 sometime. I'm not going to record it right now. Okay, so Tentacruel is going to be burned. I'll do that right now. The reason it's going to be burned is because Jump Bluff can deal multiple statuses, and I don't pre-sleep. So it can Stun Spore or Sleep Better You. I don't have Lumberries at the moment, so the way to play around that is to burn myself. I'm just going to click Toxic turn 1. And then I'm just going to go to this Fortress and wall the living shit out of that Jump Bluff. It can put me to sleep. I'll wear a Cherry. I'd rather not be Stun Spored, and hopefully I won't be, because it's faster. So as long as it takes like enough damage, it'll stop wanting to Stun Spore me, which is perfect. If it puts Fortress to sleep, I could not care less. It's really doing its only job in this fight almost immediately. So Tentacruel's only going to be one out against Jump Bluff for 1 turn of the fight, and then it's going to switch out to Fortress. Omastar, I'll give him an Oran Berry. He's kind of just like dealing with the Xatu. No, he's not. Sorry. Illumise is going to do that. It's going to have that job. So the idea is I'm just going to pivot Omastar into Illumise. Illumise is going to outspeed from level 40. And it's going to be all good. I'm gonna go 40 on some of these guys, yeah. Because I just don't want to mess around for this fight. I have written down that I'm giving Illumise a Person Berry. I think that's just in case I get confused or something, which should like never happen. Because Xatu has Confuse Ray, but Giga Drain should be baited by the Soma Star like almost every time. And then these guys are here because they bait Chansey before Sudowoodo. That's literally it. Once the Sudowoodo comes out, I forget what I actually wanted to deal with that. Because Breloom's not like amazing at it whatsoever. He kind of gets like crit and killed. Yeah, so the idea is like Illumise is going to trap this thing into Giga Drain, and then Breloom comes in. I don't think I need Sharpedo. I think I might rather have like just something like Swampert that kind of walls Sudowoodo and just one-shots it. Yeah, I don't need Sharpedo. I'm not sure what I was cooking with that. Yeah, I don't need two Pokemon to do that, accomplish that same job. I will give a Person Berry to Breloom, just because I will. So if Breloom is out and Encore expires with Xatu, it's going to Drill Peck me. And that means I should go back to Omastar, make Giga Drain, and then go back into... Yeah, I think that's going to work fine. I just kind of like don't want Sudowoodo to come out. Because it has a scope lens, it has explosion. It's scary. It's a scary Pokemon. I want it to be coming out less. For sure. For damn sure. The other thing is Fortress could definitely deal with Sudowoodo, and it's even safer because it can't get crit. I'm just gonna use Swampert, I'll be fine. It's famous last words, I know. Pretty sure this guy still has a Rossberry, yeah. Okay, we're gonna fix that. Give him an Oran. I'm also gonna restructure this party a little bit. Just based on the order we're going to see people. This is something that kind of helps me keep things straight. Okay, I think we're prepared. I'm going to double check because I kind of did a lot of stuff there. Oran, Cherry, that's not really up to date. Oh, it is, yeah. Omastar has Oran, that's... Yeah, that's fine actually. I don't want to give him Person because if he gets confused by Xatu, that's fine. I don't want to get confused by Xatu. Neither do I want you to get confused. And yeah, okay, I think we're in good shape. Last fight of the video. Okay, jump left. This thing has a focus band as well. I neglected to mention that. It's pretty annoying. Thankfully, Toxic plays around focus band. So, this thing will eventually die. Okay. So now Fortress just comes in here and kind of doesn't take any damage from this whatsoever. Yeah. And it can do like really whatever it wants. I'm gonna make sure that moves that I click don't like proc mid-turn switches or something, they do not. And the most damage is Flash Cannon. So, alright, yeah, that's fine. It's actually kind of optimal because at this point, I'm about to click a move that's going to put him below 70% HP, and he'll no longer be able to stun swarm me. Okay. That's fine. Fortress also baits Xatu, which is really nice. This is going to be the move Psychic. I don't have a good switch for that besides just going straight to Omastar. Okay. Alright, I got a crit. Is that bad? Yeah, because he can click Psychic now. He probably won't. He probably is going to click Giga Drain. And I'm just going to hope that he does. Because if he clicks Psychic, that'd be pretty bad. Nice. That's not bad. Okay. So Illumise from level 40 outspeeds this thing. I can click Encore, trapping him into the move Giga Drain, which doesn't do a lot of damage to me, as you can see. I have to very carefully watch the menu. Okay, we're good to just Seismic Toss this guy. I'm gonna just kind of wear him down. Yeah, I didn't realize that Psychic Crow is going to put me into the possibility of clicking Psychic again. It still was incredibly unlikely to click it again. Okay, is the Encore going to end here? But what happened there is, Omastar is quad weak to Giga Drain, so because of that, it had a 69% chance to give Giga Drain +2, which means that overall there was, even though Psychic saw kills on my Omastar, and normally people think of like, oh, kills are like 50-50 between killing moves. Giga Drain actually was 69% of the time was a +6, which means it always would have been clicked. And even if that failed, it would only have been like 15% overall to click Psychic into the Illumise switch there, which was precipitated by a crit, so that would have been crazily unlikely no matter what. That being said, I probably could have found a better Pokemon to like switch to like bait properly and not have Omastar taking a Psychic to the face. That would have been a good part of like structuring this team a little better. Didn't think about it that carefully. Okay, I think I can just Moonlight now pretty freely, which I'll do. Xatu is like very slowly healing its HP, which is mildly annoying. I kind of want to like trap it, like switch to my Breloom the turn after it runs out of moves, because Breloom has to kill this thing. So I want Encore to be present when it does so. And it also has to be like kind of like low HP to even do that. Like reasonably low. I'm kind of worried that Seismic Toss does like too much damage here. Definitely does too much damage. I gotta kind of wait it out a little bit. I'll click Wish. Fuck it. Why not? Yeah, I need Xatu to like heal a little bit. Okay, Encore ended. That's fine. Encore him again. Let me get wished back to full health. I think I'm just gonna wish again. Yeah. I don't have a Leppa, so it's not like I burned the Leppa there. Kind of want to see this guy like in the green health before I click Seismic Toss. So I'll click Moonlight one time. This is kind of a funny little fight. Yeah, we'll see if the Encore ends. It did not. I'm going to Seismic Toss from here. I think it's safe. Perfect. So I'm going to Encore him again. And then I'm going to switch to Braylon this turn. Braylon should be able to take it from here. Oh, a crit. That's pretty annoying. I'm going to be real. But I'm still going to go through with this. Because that might have healed him out of Braylon's killing range. Still trapped into Encore. Still trapped into Encore. I think we're alright. Yeah, nice. Woo! I got a little scary. This is not a good line. Okay. Alright, so this is Chansey. I might just freaking kill this thing, right? Is that true? Yeah. I just annihilate this. Just gonna double check, because it has counter. Doesn't have any kind of move that can save it from dying. This is the 31 attack Braylon. It is minus attack. Badge boosted, Sky Uppercut, guaranteed one shot. Okay. See ya, dude. There's very little experience. And then this is Sudowoodo last, thankfully. So we manufactured the situation that we wanted to see. I could just go to Fortress here, because this can't boom. Is that the right thing to do? Highest damage move would be AP. Kind of don't really want it to be getting AP'd. What's happening to Braylon at the moment? It's getting double-edged, right? Hurt getting a double-edged crit would be mildly annoying, certainly, but it kind of doesn't matter. I'll just go to Pert. Yeah, the Sudowoodo can't boom. Yeah, and now I'm never dead to crit, and I just wipe this thing out with Muddy Water. Yeah. Yeah, man, that wasn't a great fight. I should have thought more about that one. I'll be honest, that got pretty sussy with the Ilium plan. Yeah, I needed a pivot, like a better pivot for the Xatu, because that crit really put me in dire straits. I didn't really see that that was going to be a thing that happened. I didn't realize how much damage Psychic did to Omastar when I was looking at the calc. But it worked out. That was fine. I guess. So yeah. That's this video. And those are like the most annoying fights. Besides, there's like one more pretty annoying fight. The next two are going to be very free, but they'll be for the next video. So, until next time.